in here twice. Just saying.
My bad.
Alright, here we go. dsaqwe versus Rams on Tau Cross.
Cool. Alright. Are we just going to leave the colours, purple and red?
Yeah, that's
Is that
fine.
good for you? Alright, cool. So, in the bottom of the map we have Rams spawning as the purple Terran, and at the top we have dsaqwe spawning as the red Protoss. Not sending out the super early probe this time, not for the cheesy good action.
Indeed. Now, wait, so how many, is this the second PvT we've seen today? Like the first non-cheese PvT?
I think so, yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. Although you say non-cheese, it's a bit early to call it. No super early cheese, but you never ever know.
Yeah, I mean he could just go jumper style, so, you know. Still a possibility.
Make the DTs. Be interesting enough.
And we have, oh, is this gonna make a wall? Is he
Looks
gonna
like
make
it.
a wall at his
Maybe.
natural? Is that what's going on here? Yes.
Yes.
Now do note that this is quite a long distance, so he's losing a fair bit of mining time from this. Like normally, nowadays especially in TVP, on normal maps with a ramp like Fighting Spirit, you often see Terrans don't even wall at all. They just make a fancy sim city in their base, because this costs quite a bit of mining actually.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, that's a hell of a long trip to make.
Indeed, indeed. And one probe going out for the scout.
Yep. Completely standard stuff so far from both players. Looking like some kind of FE stuff from Rams. Of course, that's slightly vulnerable on this map to 10-15 gate rubbish and stuff like that, but as long as he's well prepared, it shouldn't really be too much of a hassle to him.
I'm wondering though, is this wall zealot tight? I don't actually know.
I'm not sure. I'm never quite sure until I test it.
Yeah, or you just like lose to it horribly on ladder. That works too.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, that's actually not ultralisk tight. Okay.
Yeah, that too. It always hurts when ultralists get through your perfectly created wall.
It does. It does. I mean, the way I deal with it now is, as long as it looks nice, I don't even care if it's tight. As long as it's pretty.
Yeah.
And it looks like the probe can't actually get in, so it's probably zealot proof.
Yeah, must be. Ooh, the SUV tricks out by mistake, I believe.
Yeah, so he's actually not going to be able to get in unless the probe leaves. Does not,
Nope.
or until the Marine gets out, I suppose. Cybernetic's force finishing up, nothing fancy going on just yet. Two guys pulled off gas, so it will be a one-fact expand. Probably a siege expand, given this wall off. No range just yet. There's our range.
The range goes down now, so presumably he'll have a Dragoon on the way already. Very soon he'll be able to clear this scout out, and then the true nature of his build will be revealed.
And the Marine is
No
actually chasing the probe
stuff.
all the way across the map.
So it is, Baller Marine. No FE stuff from Rams, just playing the standard, making sure he can take his natural nice and early, which is pretty normal on this map. Actually, mining with the 3 SCVs now, so mining the gas rather with the 3 SCVs, so we could be seeing him go up to more techy kind of build, or more heavy
And
unit style, but
the command center.
scratch that. Yeah, the command center.
Yeah. Well, I think he saved enough from that pull, so he just put them back on.
Yeah.
Some
I
kind
would
of timing
imagine
there,
so.
I'm not 100% sure. By the way, I like this, well, actually no, I don't quite like this. So, this pylon placement by dsaqwe, he's going to have a very nice base layout with his gateways and stuff. The problem with this is I prefer to put pylons around the outskirts of my base. I mean, obviously at this early stage of the game it's not as important, but later on it really helps spotting against like drops and stuff. And even in the early game, it just like gives the possibility of hiding tech that you don't necessarily have to. But I quite like it.
But even at this stage, by the time the dropship comes along, he still won't have that many pylons. So it's good, because these are unnecessary at this point to just start positioning them around the side of the base. Maybe just start off with 1 or 2.
Yep, indeed. And I'm going to do some harassment until that tank gets there. Pretty normal stuff going on.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to be a 1-gate robo into expansion, so playing very standard safe build.
It's a cool kind of build because it just means he's going to be able to get that observer, hopefully over Rams's factories, before it's too late. So he should only have to produce 2 gateways off one base if he sees that Ram's going for an early third expansion, or he can opt for a more mid-game troop-heavy build if necessary. So it's pretty cool, pretty safe.
Indeed, but an SCV did get in and see that Nexus being made. Oh no, he's going for Reavers! Ah, I like this much more than 1-gate obs. 1-gate obs, even though it's kind of safe and standard, it feels a little flimsy, like against 2 facts. And also,
Yeah,
it's just not as interesting, it's not as exciting. We want action! We want explosions, we want Reavers!
Yeah. Yes, we definitely do. I just don't want to see a million dead scarabs. They just depress me like crazy. Actually, although we still have no engineering bay yet, it's still early days. Oh, there it goes down now. So yeah, it's going to be easily in very good time. Reavers being quite a slow tech. Producing a zealot now. Of course, 2 zealots make that Reaver all the more effective.
Indeed they do. Looks like the Nexus is just going to finish up now. The Terran has already been mining for a little bit, but nothing too serious right there. There's one
Pretty
Marine.
massive probe transfer.
This one Marine, where's this guy going? Is he going to the 3rd? I think he might be.
Just keeping it scouted.
Yep. Terran going up to 3 factories. Looks like he's going to add on a 4th with this guy. Come on, make me look good, Rams, make me look good!
Probably, it might actually just be for a turret.
Ah!
Yes, because we see no expansion gas quite yet, although I feel that may be going down relatively soon.
Good call.
But make sure it gets the turrets in good time. Reaver is now out, however, crawling its way across the Protoss main. Has been lifted up and will head straight to try and do the damage.
And dsaqwe adding on 2 more gateways. And this one Marine, getting cleared out by these Dragoons, very nice. Would have been bad if that spotted the shuttle. And we have a interesting perimeter of turrets. Is he going to make one more on the bottom? I think he does need one. However, these are quite spread out and very far away from the siege tanks, so dsaqwe will be able to land his Reaver on the edge, kill the turrets, and then go in the main, but he's flying into a turret! No! Take some HP damage already. And
There's no need to take any hits at all.
Can he kill this before it finishes? He kills the SCV as the second one. We'll get it.
He's losing a lot of valuable time though here, having to pick off these missile turrets on the edge. And the more this goes on, the more Rams is going to be prepared. Slightly peculiar dropping. Oh, a Scarab goes off in the tank, but it is moving
He's
away.
He's got to be careful with those ults though. Oh, Rima!
This tank, not quite getting trapped. One Zealot actually manages to pick up a tank, but I think he's lost both his Zealots now. So it's going to be really, really difficult for him to do any further damage with those tanks sieged up like that.
Indeed, indeed. But he does have a probe looking to take his 3rd Nexus. So basically, dsaqwe is playing exactly as Stork did in that finals against Fantasy. Although I think Stork actually went for the 3rd Nexus even faster before these 4 gateways were up.
Yeah, it's just about being decisive with this kind of build. I feel... I don't know... He probably could have got away with putting this next down after just 1 gateway at this rate, since it was relatively late 4th factory, but I guess this is a safer option, even though it's like less of an advantage.
Indeed. Well, I mean, Stork got 3-0'd, so, you know, probably don't want to do that.
No, not the best example.
Yeah.
Well,
Spoiler
Stork
alert, by the
best
way,
example
guys.
then.
Stork got 3-0'd by Fantasy. LOL. I casted that actually live. I was so sad.
No way.
And there is a command center now, 3rd command center going down for Rams at the front of his natural. There is a manor pylon though at that base. And I was gonna say something. Oh, there was a trapped SCV at the bottom left natural of Rams, but it looks like he actually fixed it by putting it in the gas. It was trapped between the turret and the gas. And looks like we're going up to relatively quick arbiters. And adding on... Wait, no, not adding on any gateways. Adding on a forge. And there go the probes to the 3rd base. Did these vultures actually see this?
I think they did, but I think maybe they would have seen the Dragoons as well. Although the Dragoons are starting to move off and the vultures could actually get in and do surprising amounts of damage. 2 shots for a probe. Very, very careless. Only losing a few, but it's enough. It's really going to cause some damage here. Just managing to pick off these zealots, but losing a lot of probes in the process.
I would like to note, those vultures were individually targeted to every single probe. That was actually very, very nice technique by Rams, because Vultures normally do 2-shot probes. However, if you shoot, like, if you have 2 vultures shooting 1 probe, they'll kill it in the first hit. But if you have 1 vulture, but here's a big attack though, and the Reaver's going down! Siege tanks are getting targeted, but the Dragoons are shooting the barracks and the command center, and there's way too many siege tanks in the back. But yeah, my point earlier was that if you only attack move and vultures target separate probes, oftentimes it'll take 3 hits because the probe's shield regenerates. So much better to actually target the vultures manually.
And that's attack right there that went in. I don't know how much was seen of it, but a few tanks were bulldogged down, so actually the Protest did slightly more damage than it may have appeared. He killed about 4 tanks actually on his way in and managed to maintain his Reaver as well. So in a much better position now. Oh!
So that third base is reduced to 2 probes. However, Rams is being denied from taking his own third. So it's still kind of
evening out.
It's kind of 2 base to 2 base-ish.
Yeah.
Arbiter Tribunal is actually almost finished though, and adding on another gateway. However, it's going to be 5 gateways against 6 factories, which is not great.
Yep.
Starport now going down as well.
I think it would be smart right at this stage for dsaqwe to get transferring a few probes, and there you go, they send them out in a little train. All the way to a third, and needs to keep these safe now. Tank's actually pushing all the way out to the third for the town. He's going to be able to land that CC without too much trouble.
I saw a DT loaded into the shuttle though. What kind of sneaky shenanigans are going to be occurring? This turret is going to be built under a couple of observers though. He might do some nice drops here. What's he going to do? Is he going to drop a DT? He does drop the DT. Can he pull off a Spider Mine? If he can pull a Spider Mine, Viva! Oh, the Homer SCPs are stacking! SCPs are stacking! Oh, 11 kills! 11 kills on that Reaver! Oh my god, epic Reaver, horrible transfer timing.
Oh man, this is a massive, massive problem for Rams. All the damage he's done to dsaqwe's third base, completely undone in one fell swoop, and some more on top of it. Oh, horrible, horrible Scarab there.
Indeed it was, indeed it was. And looks like he's starting to make Arbiters.
About time. I need to get my breath back after that. Jesus.
That was awesome. See, that's why we want to see Reavers, guys. That's exactly why we want to see Reavers. None of that boring observer nonsense. We want Reavers. Now, he does have a science facility up in good time though. And we see a third base going up for dsaqwe at the 12 o'clock. Opting to take the gas base instead of the mineral only.
Of course, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool what he's doing right now, because he knows he's got the lead. He knows that any push that comes at him right now will not be as strong as it possibly could be. So he's just trying to take advantage of that as much as possible, as soon as he can,
Indeed,
and really extend the lead.
I like all these observers positioned around Rams' base, just to check when the Terran push is coming. And we have some cannons going down. Interestingly, I don't think Rams actually scouted this, unfortunately for him. Now he's going to see it. Oh, is he? Yes, he will. And he's going to get the probe? Yes, he does. Very nice. Oh, we're taking a huge mine hit.
He needs an observer there right away. I mean, he's got observers all over the map, except with his Dragoons. Just needs to get one over there. I feel he's got maybe one too many around Rams' base. He could use to lose one of them and just send it to the Dragoons.
Indeed,
help them
all
out.
the tanks are unsieging. Here comes the Terran push. The Vultures are leading quite a ways ahead. Oh, they're laying mines in the retreat path of this Dragoon group, so when they try and come back to defend against a push, they will run headlong into mines, and as you said, there is no observer